Well, as is often the case, the first hunt of the year is one of these Nevada archery mule deer hunts in these less than desirable units that are easier to draw. But the fun part is I get to meet up with one of my best friends, Scott Jones, who I've known for over 30 years. And deer or no deer, at this point in my life, it's just about coming down and going places with people that I care about. So hopefully we can get one right here out my window. The last time you saw me shoot a Nevada mule deer, roll the clip, was 10 years ago, back in a different unit up this way. Maybe, just maybe, I've got enough of the pox, the voodoo sign is no longer on me. So Marcus has a tag further south here in Nevada, and Michael's out filming him, so Jonathan's with me. Hard to believe, another year. This will be our 14th season of doing this. I can't believe that. I mean, I'm getting really old. But just being out here this year for me is a big accomplishment, because a lot of you know that I had a really bad bout of COVID last winter. Pretty much bedridden, couch-ridden for 4 weeks. And then for 5 months, I wasn't released for hiking or anything. So it's only been the last couple months I've been able to hike a little bit and try to get in shape. So if I shoot a deer on this hunt, I can't even tell you how excited I'm going to be. If I was a deer any bigger than this, I'd be paying close attention. Because here's another dynamic when I hunt with Scott Jones. He's a good old Nebraska farm boy. And it's always, Randy, that'd be a good eating one right there. So he talks me into pretty much any deer, which is all right. So don't get your hopes up, folks. This isn't like big trophy deer gun. That's not what this hunt is about. So, thanks for being here. We'll see what story we have to tell. Watch out, moo cow. Camp Jones right here. You just can't beat Scott Jones. Hey! You make pretty good time. You know, for a guy who drives as slow as I do, I'm surprised.
Good to see you. Good. They knew you were coming. They graded the road.
Really? Well, hell.
Actually, it goes to a ranch up there that we can't cross. So
yeah.
I think they graded it.
Okay.
Hey, Jonathan.
How are you, Scott?
Good.
Good to see you.
Yeah, look at the new gray wolf.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I watched the Vikings get slaughtered by the...
Oh, they get a good woman?
Man. So that's the road.
I see that. That looks steep.
I think we got to look at it tonight.
I think we ought.
Yeah, rather than in the dark.
I'd rather look at it in the daylight. And I'd like to get all my debris out of there.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because I got a lot of stuff in there.
Okay.
It's all Jonathan.
I got lots of room in there.
I'm excited to see this. Scott sent us pictures of the new garage mahal here.
Well, let's unload and get up there and get a look at it.
All right, you give me
some
a
strategy.
This could be the first and last day of anything in season 9 or 10 of Fresh Tracks.
We won't let that happen.
He says we have coverage on top of the mountain, so if we roll the truck over, well, hopefully one of us will survive it to call you.
I don't even know where you are.
Well, folks, Scott Jones is over here laughing because he said the road is so steep he turned around with his ATV, but he thinks my Raptor can make it. This is so typical. Him and Jerry Pritchard get such a chuckle out of seeing my heart do flip-flops. There we go, folks. We'll see. We're either going to make a Ford commercial or we're going to roll back down the hill, I guess, huh? Nothing like figuring it out the first day. How are you guys?
Look what the cat dragged in.
You know, they'll give a tag to anybody in this state.
Wow.
Congratulations, I hear you shot a deer.
Yeah. You guys gonna try to drive this thing up to the top?
I don't know.
He's
He's shaking his head like, no way.
I think you could probably do it. Yeah, you might want to let some tire pressure out. We tried it this morning and we didn't make it.
Yeah.
It just there's one part like halfway up that's pretty rolly. Once you get past that, you're fine. But if you can't get past that, you can't get past it.
All right, well, we don't want to hold you guys up
Oh,
if
hey,
you got to
have fun.
meet someone, but
Yeah.
look forward to
Hopefully-
catching up.
Sounds good, man.
2-time Olympic gold medalist
Yeah.
in the skier half pipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a stud, man.
Putting it in rock crawl mode. Because this is where Dr. Jones says, oh, I think you could make it, even though my ATV didn't make it. There it goes. Well, Scott Jones, here's my thought. You did a great job of coaching me up here. And it's a sketchy road on the way down. I don't want to do it in the dark. No. We got about the next 15 minutes of road is really rough, bad. You mind if we leave with 5 minutes of light left? I'm not coming up that patch there in the headlights because it's so steep. My headlights are going to be shining up there. And if I drop that thing down there in the rhubarb, that's a deep wash.
Yeah, I don't know if they make tow trucks. I think they give you a sky crane.
No, we'll just put her in neutral and let her roll back down. All right. I like what we saw. I saw 2 bucks, little one, and 1 4 does. Get that audio, Jonathan?
Oh, yeah.
Well, the good news is we made it off the mountain without wrecking the truck. And now Scott Jones says, I'm cooking you some brats tonight. You drove a long ways. I said, well, you drove a long ways, Scott. He's like, I don't care. I brought 72 brats, he said. I'm thinking to myself, me, Scott, and Jonathan, 72 brats. We're going to look like Porky Pig, all the pork brats and beef brats and everything else he brought. You know, I'm Finn, not German. So, we'll go see. But if Jones is cooking, I can assure you it's going to be good. Thank you, Dr. Jones.
Oops, I wrecked my bun.
Well, Scott Jones has all the hospitality in the world, but I'm one of those sleep outside kind of guys. When it's this beautiful and cool, it'll get down in the 50s tonight. I got the cot set out. I'll leave Jonathan the whole back end there. I won't even keep you awake, so Because he's going to need, tomorrow, he's going to need all of his energy to chase us up and down, the, you know. 33-year-old guy like him chasing a bunch of old coffin dodgers like me and you up and down those hills, he's going to need his beauty rest. I'd hate to keep him awake all night. Anyhow, we got to find a buck tomorrow. I'm shooting the first fuzzy antlered deer I see. I'm shooting at it. I'm going to stalk it and see if I can get a shot at it. I am not even slightly interested in holding out for, oh, that one's not big enough. Stand by, folks. There's not going to be a lot of passing going on here. So if you're waiting for Big Hank, like some big monstrous mule deer, you better hope he's the first one I see. Because that's the only chance there's going to be that, well, I mean, if I usually blow most of the stock, so maybe we'll get to see Big Hank just as we cycle through all the ones I scare off. But what about Forkies? Are they fair game?
Oh, they taste the best.
Well, how big of a Forky do we need?
The smaller the better.
Oh. There you have it, folks. Thanks for watching. See you in the morning.
Well, today's the first real morning. Sunrise is in about an hour and 20 minutes, so we got a long drive up to the glassing spot. I need some rest. I can feel an afternoon nap today. But you know, there's something to be said for afternoon naps, so it could be a great day. The beautiful part is when we get up there, it's going to be a lot cooler than it will be down here this afternoon. So stand by for deer. You ready, Mr. Jones?
I think so.
All right. Here we go. Visibility up here because of all this smoke is actually pretty bad. I don't know what we're gonna be able to see. Not what I was hoping for, but oh well. That's how it goes, I guess. Got 3 wild horses over on that third ridge. I had this tag last year. My wife and I came out, and it was, you couldn't even see that third peak from here. It was really tough to hunt. You just couldn't blast very far. I got a deer over here. Yeah, that's a buck. 2 of them. 3 of them. 4 of them. So Scott, you see the third knob out there? Up above that patch of mahogany? They're coming left to right. Funny when you move around, you don't have to walk very far, or it's just a completely different hillside by moving 200-300 yards. Did not expect it to be this smoky, but I guess I should have. Thinking about what kind of fires I have in California. When you're glassing, you're trying to pick out these fine little pieces of an antler or an ear or a rump or something. And just, you keep moving your focus wheel on your binoculars thinking, oh, I must not have it in focus. No, it's just the smoke. I would bet if we do get any stalks, it's going to be deer that come around from the sunny east side and bed in a morning bed on the west side. All right, I'm going to go see Dr. Jones. See what Scott has found. Oh yeah, we got one dandy. 2 dandies. You get that, Jones. Where's that Jones guy? I got $5, Scott.
Awesome.
You're just gonna catch the last of them. They left that big patch of mahoganies on the 3rd knob and they're coming this way and they're just about to disappear behind the ridge line of the second closer ridge. I don't think they're gonna bed on that south-facing slope. They just disappeared behind.
Yeah. What I've seen them do a lot on these ridges that are going north and south is they'll bed on the west side or maybe the northwest side of a peak like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then once the sun gets over in the late afternoon, they'll get on up and kind of feed their way over through a saddle or something and
Go to the northeast.
go to the other side.
Well, the 6 bucks that I saw leave that 3rd knob, Scott kept an eye on things, and now they're just on this 2nd knob here in a patch of mahoganies. They're milling around in there like they're going to feed and then find a spot to bed down. Is that what the script said, Scott?
Yeah, and then there'll be a real constant breeze upward in the afternoon once the sun gets on this side, and you'll come in atop them.
And I'll shoot them? That's what the script says, Paul.
So we've got these 6 bucks bedded, and we just have to wait till we start to get a good updraft. It's going to be a couple more hours till the sun gets over. They're bedded on a west-facing slope, so we're waiting till the sun gets over and warms that slope. And they're a ways down in the mahoganies, so it's going to be kind of tough to get a shot in there, but we got 6 bucks bedded about 700 yards away, and we're just taking turns, keeping an eye on them, and get a sneak this afternoon probably, hopefully, if they don't move, which I'm thinking this is the 2nd place they've bedded. They came out of some mahoganies further over later in the morning, so I'm going to bet they'll be there till late in the afternoon.
The downside of waiting for the thermals to be perfect and strong is that means it's also about 2 in the afternoon, and it is hotter than hot. So I looked in my spotter. I can still see one of those bucks up there 700 yards away, 500 feet of vertical elevation. I'm going to grab Mr. Cameraman, Jay Spear, and we're going to go around the backside of these ridges. And if I don't care any of the 6, if they stand within range, which for me is a good shot when they're not like on full alert, under 40 yards, any of the 6 are fair game. Scott's over there. He's keeping an eye on things. I'm gonna do a bit of phone scoping, hopefully. And see if we can get them. That's why we came here. We've got it from 780 yards to 325 yards. It's not the first 400 that are hard. It's that last 50. They're just over the roll of that ridge. So obviously they can't see us from where they are, so that's good, but it's hot. But That's why you go this time of day, is you got the steadiest thermals and the hottest weather. Here's the other strategy thing. West side, east side. In the morning, this is getting heated up first. It'll have a stronger thermal than this side. Afternoon, this side is the strongest, hottest, direct sunlight. So you're hoping this thermal is stronger than this. So right now they're just over on the west lip. So if this thermal is stronger than the east thermal, we're in good shape. But if it's the other way, you're gonna see 6 bucks go boink, 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 boink. Scott's gonna be over there. You just messed it up, you screwed it up, what did you do this time? The deer are right over here. Right now we got a good wind, but I want to make sure we keep a good wind. There's a little crest here, and I just felt the thermal starting to come this way, so I'm going to stay this side of this crest. There's a really small little pocket here, but wind is a lot like water. It takes the path of least resistance, so you just got to be thinking that through when you're planning your stock. Might drop back down, get behind the ridge, and get up to that last bit of trees. If you see me come to full draw and you can't see the deer, just go wide. Looks like they know something's going on. 3 of them were bedded right here. 1 was bedded up there. I see the tracks here. I'm sure Scott will have a report for us. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything. I didn't hear the doink, doink, doink. 6 deer taken off. And 1 was bedded right down there, the smallest one. The biggest one was bedded right underneath that tree there, with 2 right around him. Damn it. My heart was beating, man. I thought this is it. I mean, you feel how the wind is coming right here? Did we make some noise? I didn't hear us. I thought, like in this sand, was super quiet. Maybe they just, but they're bedded down here so low. How are they gonna see us with all this brush around them? I was thinking we'd see the tops of the fur, the antler fuzz, velvet. Let's see if we can locate some more deer. We didn't see them. We found their bed. And we were in that set of trees there for about, I don't know, half hour, just, going so slow and glassing every 2 feet. Just never saw them. How long did they leave after we popped in, when you saw us disappear into the trees?
No, I don't know. If you were in there a half hour, I would say it was 15 minutes into it. It was, it seemed to me like the timing was perfect because they were just starting to get up and feed.
Yeah.
When I saw you guys come up the first angle you took, and then you went back and came up higher, and then it was, I don't know, 15 minutes after that. So I'm guessing that the other 3 were up further in there and I couldn't see them, and they went out, and these guys, they just like looked up the hill and saw the other ones, assuming. I thought they might have saw you, but then they just kind of started trotting over like they were following the other 3. The ones that I never saw again were up higher, and I think they made you, and then these just followed. But it wasn't like they didn't bound. They weren't starting. They were just like, I don't know. What do you think? Joe's leaving. Maybe we got to follow Joe. Is what it looked like.
You warned us when I left. You're like, man, good luck finding shooting lanes in there. That would have been, if we would have stayed at their elevation, would have been no shooting lanes, because it's just the canopy of mahoganies everywhere.
Yeah.
By getting above them, I feel like we would have had a chance if one of them would have been bedded.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks. Like I said, it takes 5 stocks for a shot.
Sometimes more.
Sometimes more. Well, a couple hours ago, I somehow managed to spook away a group of 6 bucks. Came here, laid down in the shade of that tree, and took a little nap. Mr. Jones is coming back. You find him?
A doe and a fawn.
Well, I got 3 wild Mustangs over here, if that counts for anything.
They're not Mustangs, those are feral horses.
Feral horses, yeah. And
only 2% of the blood in Nevada is Mustang blood.
okay, feral horses. Horses that people didn't want to take care of, so they came and let them go out here. But you want to know another, what could be good news or bad news?
What?
They just moved a whole flock of domestic sheep over there. So I don't know if that will drive the deer this way.
What?
Those
Really?
next ridges way out there, not these ones we've been glassing, but those next ridges way over there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just crawling with little white things.
Are they really? Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Oh,
Well, that definitely moves deer.
yeah. Remember the one time
And
it
elks.
happened up on Stag Mountain?
Yeah, yeah,
We went from deer to no deer.
yeah, yeah.
So, anyhow, we got about an hour left of looking around. See, Scott, you thought I was jerking your chain. I told you there were 2 bucks down there.
Yeah, I saw them.
Did you think I was just trying to get your attention, or?
No.
Okay. What we need is for them to go bed right down here in those huckleberry trees right there.
Huckleberry.
When I'm identifying vegetation, it's either a mulberry bush or a huckleberry tree. And I know that quite technically, though, these are mahoganies, but, huckleberry just sounded better with this fuzzy antlered big 3-point there.
Yeah,
He's nice.
He looks tasty.
He's darn nice for a 3-point.
The one, what is it, other 3x4?
Yeah.
The other one?
His Greer one is a 3x4, but I'd rather shoot this 3x3.
Yeah.
Or I'm gonna try. I mean, if he's here tomorrow morning, we're coming back here tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Even if we wreck my truck getting here.
Boy, that sun is going down fast.
It is. What do
Well,
you
it's
suppose
in
that
the
means?
smoke.
I mean, it's getting late.
Yeah. Probably oughta.
Should we probably fold up and hide?
I wouldn't mind a little more sleep
Me either.
than what we got last night.
You got my vote.
Yeah.
Anyhow, folks, we just put to bed 2 nice bucks. They're going to be in this basin right below us tomorrow. Not 2 basins over, the one right below us.
Hopefully.
We're going to get them. Last night, Mr. Jones made 12 brats, and we only ate 6 of them. Well, I got thinking about that today. I told him, I said, boy, I'd like to polish off those brats tonight. So we're doing that, but he marinated in elk steak, so he's cooking that. They're just as good the second day, Scott.
Good.
I don't have a microwave in my tent, but Scott's got a microwave in his trailer. My crew's going to get soft on me here. When they see this Taj Mahal here, they're going to be asking, oh, what do we do to get in on one of those? I'll have to say, call Scott Jones. Maybe he'll rent it to you. Maybe we'll hire you as our chauffeur and driver. And
I'd love to help.
You for hire?
I'd love to help with more hunts. I would. Anytime.
Stay tuned, folks. I'm killing that big 3-point tomorrow.